We love food colored green, bell peppers and long string beans, pickles, celery, cucumbers too. All these foods are good for you.
Welcome to Storytime Cooks, where we learn about food through books. Today we're going to be reading Tractor Mac, You're a Winner, written and illustrated by Billy Steers, published by Farah Straus Giroux. This is a fun book that takes place at the county fair, and our county fair is coming up. You might want to make a visit to the county fair. The big event was almost here. For months, Tractor Mac and Farmer Bill had been getting ready for the tractor pull contest at the county fair. I could remember all the great horse pulls at the fair, said Sibley the horse. I'm sure I can pull the weights the furthest and win that contest, said Mac. He felt as strong as 10 tractors. I hope you win, Mac, said Tucker Pickup. Woof, yip, barked Fetch the dog. Finally, the day of the big pull came. Good luck, bellowed Margot the cow as Tucker pulled back to the fair. The fairgrounds were full of things to see and do. There were rides and a brightly painted carousel. Music played and children laughed. This will be a happy day, thought Tractor Mac. The pulling area was crowded with many tractors from all over. There were big blue ones and red ones and orange ones and giant green ones. Tractor Mac suddenly felt very small. The announcer called the tractors to the ring one at a time. Mac did great in this first round. He pulled heavy blocks easily. The judge shouted, "Full pull," when Tractor Mac had reached the end of the track. "The day's not over yet," said a big tractor named Deke. "Only really strong tractors make it to the finals." The tractors had to work harder as the loads got heavier, and by midday, more than half of the tractors were out of the event. They couldn't pull the weights far enough. Oh no, this one is reared up. It couldn't pull that big, heavy load of blocks. By late afternoon, there were only 2 tractors left. Tractor Mac and Deke. And Deke was the great big one, and Tractor Mac was the little one. "Don't hurt yourself, Mac," laughed Deke after he pulled the biggest load yet. It was Mac's turn again. This was it. "Do your best," said a little bulldozer nearby. Tractor Mac's the red one. Heave, tug, pull. Mac pulled as hard as he could. The load inched forward. Mac's engines roared and his tires bit into the sand. Finally, he could pull no farther. The crowd waited to hear the judge's call. Mac had been beaten. Deke had pulled the same weight a little bit farther. Mac felt like crying as he watched Deke get first prize. Deke got the blue ribbon. Tractor Mac got the red ribbon. Slowly, Tractor Mac left the arena and passed through the fairgrounds on his way out. The carousel stood quiet and still. Fair workers were trying to fix the broken generator, and this man is scratching his head trying to figure out what's wrong. The children were sad. They were just sitting there waiting and waiting and watching. What an unhappy day it was for all those children who had come to ride the rides at the fair. Suddenly, Farmer Bill had an idea. He parked close and hooked Mac's power belt to the carousel. Mac throttled up, the belt spun, and the music played. The colorful animals came to life, and the laughing children climbed back on board. "Hooray!" everyone shouted. For the rest of the day, Mac helped run the carousel. When it was time to go home, He could hardly wait to tell his friends at the farm. Farmer Bill smiled proudly and said, "Tractor Mac, you are a true winner." Sometimes things don't turn out quite like we planned, but sometimes they turn out even better. And if he had won, he would have gotten the blue ribbon, but he really might not have thought about how to be helpful to somebody else to make their day even better. So actually, in the end, Tractor Mac won. So today, we are going to make a fun carousel, just like Tractor Mac helped pull around so the children could have a good time. This carousel is made out of an apple that we sliced in half across. And remember, when we slice apples in half, when we take the seeds out, there's a fun star in our apple. So it's really neat if you have some paint. If you dip the apple slice in there, you can make star prints on your paper. For our apple, we actually took this piece out because you're not going to want to eat that. That's the core of the apple. So we made 2 apple slices, and then we hooked our carousel together with toothpicks. You might could use pretzel sticks too if you wanted a completely edible carousel. You're not going to want to eat the toothpicks. Be careful with those. And then we attached some animal crackers that look almost like those carousel animals with some peanut butter around the edge of our carousel, and put a little raspberry. You could use a strawberry or grape or whatever you would want to make the top look a little bit more colorful. I hope you'll get a chance to go to the fair, and even if you don't, maybe you can make a carousel at home for you to enjoy. Come back next week and join us for another segment of Storytime Cooks as we continue to learn about food through books.
We love food colored green, bell peppers and long string beans, pickles, celery, cucumbers too. All these